Hello, I'm Kiana Price Wade, and this is Round Roanoke, seen only on Cox 9. You've heard the story of Santa and his 8 tiny reindeer. Well, for years, the man in red has been visiting Roanoke children on a train. Virginia Museum of Transportation Executive Director Bev Fitzpatrick joins us now to tell us more about Santa's visit and other happenings at the museum. Welcome, Bev, and it's so good to see you.
Thank you, Kiana. It's great to be here. Thank you for inviting us to be here today.
Our pleasure. So tell us about the Virginia Museum of Transportation and what can visitors do there?
Well, we're lucky. We're one of the oldest museums in Roanoke. We've been here since 1963. As you may recall, survived the flood, and we're still alive. Planning a lot of really neat stuff, one of which will be Santa coming to the museum on the 11th of December. He came 2 years ago on a sled.
Oh.
Last year, for some unknown reason, he got snowed out, and we just had a terrible time trying to convince people that he wasn't there.
Oh.
But it was the day of the big snow, and so it all kind of crashed.
Oh,
but
okay.
We're looking forward this year to having him back on the 11th, if he can find time in his schedule to be at the museum.
Exactly, and you never know, you may find him on a train, a plane.
That's right. And we're not sure how we're going to bring him yet. We have a fire truck that we've gotten that runs. We could bring him on a train. We could bring him on a speeder, which is a little inspection car that railroads used to have. So, you know, we want to keep him guessing.
Okay, and our children and our viewers guessing.
Absolutely.
So you'll just have to check that out on December 11th and see how exactly Santa will arrive. That's pretty exciting. Now, you mentioned the world-famous trains on display at the museum. What other exhibits are on display, and what other things can we find out at the museum?
Well, we've got a really large event coming up on the 23rd of this month, and that will be over by the time a lot of folks see this, but it involves a Piedmont automobile. And Piedmont was made by the only manufacturer of cars ever chartered in Virginia, and they were in Lynchburg. And our Star City Motor Madness group, who does the July 4th weekend on Williamson Road cruise, they bought this car in Long Island, and it's going to be on display permanently in the auto gallery.
Oh, cool.
That's sponsored by Advance Auto Parts. And it's not restored, which makes it really interesting because you can see it in its real antiquity, if you will. And it's very rare. There are only 2 of them left in the whole United States. And
one on display at the museum. And you said in the whole United States?
That's correct.
Wow, we are so fortunate to have that on display.
And we just got another car yesterday. It's a 1936 Ford ambulance/hearse, so that it could go with the red light to a wreck and help you if you needed medical help. It also might go on another occasion where there wasn't anything we could do to help you.
Yeah.
It's totally restored, and it is also one of the only ones left in the country, and it's on loan to us, and we're really excited because it's so rare. These 2 cars bring our automobile collection into a whole new realm of reasons to come visit the museum.
Absolutely. I'm intrigued. You got my attention. Now, like most museums, the Virginia Museum of Transportation largely are supported by donations. Now, are you in the middle of fundraising campaign, and for what are you raising the money for?
Well, we're always raising money, and we want to make sure that everybody that's looking at Cox knows that. That's really important to us. But what we're doing more importantly, we're doing a strategic plan that will focus the museum for the next 20 years. Our goal is to raise significant money once we can show our friends, citizens of the Roanoke Valley and beyond, because this is the state's official transportation museum, what it is their money's going to do for them. That will probably start within 12 months. And we want them to see that if they donate and invest in us, that they're going to get a good return on their investment, and that the community will benefit a lot more as well.
Great, great. Now, I know donations is a big thing, and I'm sure volunteers can come in hand too. How can folks volunteer at the museum?
They can call Susan Loveman, who's our volunteer coordinator, at 342-5670, and we'd love to have them. Last year we had 7,500 hours of volunteer service to the museum.
Fantastic.
Which was up from the previous year. We've got some of the greatest volunteers in the world. We've got them that can tell you all about cars, they can tell you all about trains. And when we get our aviation gallery open, we're hoping we'll have some that can tell you all about planes.
Wonderful. And if viewers want to find out more information about the museum, where do they go?
They can go to www.vmt.org, or they can call us at 540-342-5670. 5670.
Well, wonderful, Bev. We're looking forward to all that's going on at the museum, even with and without Santa. Sounds like there's a lot of exciting things
We've
going on.
always got something going on, and we'd love to have any of the viewers anytime and look forward to it.
Absolutely. Well, we're definitely going to go check that out. Thank you for stopping by today.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Wonderful. And you can find out more information about Santa's visit to the Virginia Museum of Transportation and other events on the Cox Community Calendar coming up during the break. I'm Kiana Price Wade, and you're watching Round Roanoke on Cox 9.